And Alexis, I often tell people that when I became a lawyer in 1981 and mom and dad passed away, rare was the day that the kids would argue with each other. These days, there's a pretty good chance that the kids, when mom and dad pass away, they'll be arguing with each other, and also a good chance they'll never speak to each other again. What's you're on the front lines of that? What's going on with that particular issue?
I do see that, but I will say I think that I'm pretty fortunate where a lot of the families that I have currently and have worked with, about 80% of the time they get along, which is really, really good. And the other 20% of the time there is some argumentative and or animosity toward other siblings, but it's becoming more common.
Yes. And sometimes when there's this arguments between siblings, I imagine they try and put you in the middle of it,
Yes,
trying to
and
help you work it out.
exactly.
I was did a deed for a lady recently, and they had inherited their home from mom, and they avoided probate. Good news. Now one of them wants to buy out the other one. So let's say her name was Ann. Just make up a name, okay? And so Ann is contacting me about preparing a deed where her sister deeds the property to her, and I'm emailing with both of them. I'm talking to both of them on the phone. I'm not seeing any conflict of interest, but I can see that there is animosity going on between these two sisters. I'm not, don't know why, don't know the history, but part of it is that when sister one buys out sister two, it's the question of who goes first. Do I sign the deed first, or do I make you give me a check first?
Oh,
Because they were
yeah.
not going to trust each other. They were not going to do one without the other.
Mm,
And so I can't blame them.
yeah.
So it was agreed that they were going to meet at my office and they were going to do the swap. Sign a deed, cashier check pays, changes hands between them, and they could go their own way. And I knew going into this thing that there was a bit of animosity between these two sisters. I don't know why. I didn't I'd really just met them recently. And I expected this to carry on when they actually came into our conference room. And I walked into the conference room and they're sitting there, and I had my little dog Max with me.
The peacekeeper.
Oh my goodness, did things turn around so quickly? Max is such a great therapy dog.
He is.
I mean, just both these sisters, no matter how they feel towards each other, they're both dog lovers.
And that is the best.
And it just turned that frown upside down on both of them because there was no reason to be arguing about it. We did what we said they're going to do. They're going to sign a deed and pass a check back and forth and go on their way. And Max kind
With
of
a smile on
with
their
a smile,
face.
smile on their face, Max kind of saved the day. Folks, when you come to the Olsen Law Group, you can meet Max yourself. He is our 8-pound, 7-year-old toy poodle, and he comes to the office with us every day at the Olsen Law Group. Hey, folks, my name is Tom Olsen. The name of the show is Olsen on Law.